He's just an angry person, man. That's all I can say.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So that right there, that was Tim Tszyu obviously talking about Jermell Charlo after his win over Brian Castano, the rematch when he became undisputed. Now, just for the record, this clip you guys are watching, Jermell Charlo, at this time, when he was lashing out, he had a right to be angry because he was talking to a very, very biased reporter named Mike Coppinger. He was exposing this reporter for his racial double standards when it comes to his pound-for-pound list. Mike Coppinger, who represents ESPN, he didn't even have Jermell Charlo on his pound-for-pound list. Even after Jermell Charlo became undisputed, the majority of old media reporters still did not have Jermell Charlo on their pound-for-pound list, but they all had Usyk on their pound-for-pound list when he was undisputed at cruiserweight. I'm talking about before he even moved up to heavyweight and beat Anthony Joshua. They had him like in the top 5 on the pound-for-pound list. So these were the double standards that Jermell Charlo was pointing out. With that being said and explained, Jermell Charlo is still obviously known for his high temper, his short temper, I should say. You know, before Terrence Crawford beat Errol Spence, when you would listen to all of the things that Jermell Charlo would say about Terrence Crawford, you would swear that they were arch enemies and they had major beef with each other. But all of that stuff that we heard Jermell Charlo saying about Terrence Crawford, it was all in response to Terrence Crawford saying, after I beat Errol Spence, I'm moving up to 154 and then I'm going after Jermell Charlo. That's all Terrence Crawford said. He never called him out of his name. He never disrespected Jermell at all. Even after Terrence Crawford beat Errol Spence, and he actually said something nice about Jermell Charlo, when Jermell found out or heard what he said, he still responded in a very aggressive way towards Terrence Crawford, which is what made this exchange between Canelo and Charlo at the final press conference so awkward. If you guys recall, Canelo Alvarez, he said after the first press conference, he said, I was surprised. I thought that Jermell Charlo was going to come out and talk a lot of shit. But of course, Jermell Charlo, he continued to praise Canelo throughout the entire press conference. But in this final press conference, it was kind of weird because usually when fight week comes, the closer the fighters get to the fight, that's when the emotions start to run and the exchanges usually heat up. In this final press conference, that seemed to be the case with Canelo Alvarez. It seemed like Canelo Alvarez, he was more in fight talk mode. And the more he tried to initiate the fight talk, the more Charlo would come back and actually praise Canelo. Listen, there's a time and place for everything. And I think the right time for Charlo to say things like he was saying in his press conference would be after the fight. Because right now, Canelo Alvarez is not trying to hear no praise. He's in fight mode. He's ready to go. Canelo, he's already said he feels that the Charlo brothers have never respected his skills, his talent. So that's really got him motivated. That's got Canelo Alvarez pumped up the closer we get to the fight. Only thing he's thinking about is, I want to make you eat those words. So with that being said, let me just go ahead and play the clip.
Overlook my skills. Canelo, your response. He says, don't overlook his power, don't overlook his experience.
I never did, and I never do with any fighter. I know what he's gonna bring, and I'm ready, believe me. I'm being in the ring with all kind of fighters.
Not Jermell Charlo.
Yeah, you don't, brother. You don't know. You don't experience this kind of level of fight. You will see, and you will learn.
You had a great opportunity, and you have fought.
You will see.
You fought some of the best in the world. That's cool.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
I understand that. Everybody in the world knows you fought the best.
You have a lot of skills, bro. I don't mind on that. You have a lot of skills.
You do too. You got some skills.
This is different, and you will see.
All right.
So obviously press conferences and face-offs, they don't tell the whole story. But it is really interesting to see a complete 180 when it comes to how we are used to Jermell Charlo responding if anybody else would have said the things that Canelo Alvarez just said to Jermell. And it wasn't as if Canelo said anything disrespectful to Jermell. It was just the fact that, once again, Canelo, he was in fight talk mode. It's no surprise there are a lot of racist Canelo Alvarez fans, and I think Jermell Charlo, He's trying to be very careful with what he says because he does not want to trigger a lot of those racist Canelo Alvarez fans. And this is the reason why we get a complete different reaction from Jermell Charlo when he is in a press conference with Canelo Alvarez, as opposed to anyone else, once again, he would be in a press conference with. But at the end of the day, when that first bell rings, I truly believe all the respect will go out the window for Jermell Charlo. We'll see if I'm right this weekend. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Hi, we are NWA Connie Corso, and we're excited to share some exciting news with you all. We currently have 7 adorable puppies who will soon be ready for their new homes. Our puppies are 4 weeks old now and are looking for loving families who can give them the care and attention they deserve. They will be fully vaccinated and have had all the necessary health checks to ensure that they are healthy and happy. We believe that our puppies are the perfect family pets as they are loving, friendly, and full of energy. They're also great with children and other animals, making them the perfect companions for everyone in the family. If you're interested in adopting one of our puppies, please note that we're currently limiting the number of families who can adopt to ensure that everyone can find the perfect puppy for themselves. We would love to see you at our breeder's yard to see our puppies up close and get to know them better. Don't wait any longer to bring home a happy, healthy, and loving puppy from our family. We can't wait to meet you and yours and create a special bond together. Thank you for considering our puppies for your next family member.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Ello The Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to ellothekey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.
My name is Chris, and I'm all the way here from Anchorage, Alaska at Scalp, Carolinas, and I'm here for my second treatment of SMP. Well, I was sitting at home one day and going over my Facebook page, and they have different, like advertisements popping up, and I saw one for SMP. And I saw some pictures of some guys, a before and after, and I was looking at that, and it caught my attention. So I Googled it. SMP, nothing showed up in my area. So, I did a little more research, and all of a sudden, Scalp Carolinas popped up in the web browser. So I started watching his videos and seeing all the reaction from all the other people. We talked on the phone, we made appointments and everything. I sent him pictures, and he looked at them, and I was like, "Can you fix this?" And, he pretty much said, "No problem." My first session, he made me feel extremely comfortable. It was almost like I was talking to family. He started, and during the whole treatment, we talked and, about our families and our life, and, and things that he does and things that I do. And before I know it, the first session was over. When you see someone doing something that they love, as much as I see Enoch Glover love what he does, it shows in his work. I wouldn't point anyone in any other direction but here to North Carolina, Scalp Carolinas, to get this done.